Oh, hi. Let me quickly show you what this video is going to be about. So you can decide whether it's worth watching for you, if it's interesting or not. Let's imagine you figured out the Bittensor ecosystem, all the subnets, pick the one you need, let's say the 14th, TAO hashand. Now you want to buy tokens from this subnet. Then you went and bought TAO tokens from the market on any exchange around the beginning of April or the end of March at a price of $200 per TAO token. After that, you went and bought alpha tokens by exchanging TAO for alpha. You believed in the Bittensor ecosystem, in its potential and growth, and having chosen a subnet, you believed in it as well. Next, you bought these tokens and waited a little, let's say for a month, and now we see that after the drop, there was a crazy surge. We see that the alpha token did 330 times, even more. A month later, plus going back to the drop stop, we see that the TAO token also did about 2.5 times in that month. So in total, we get more than 800 times. So in this video, we are going to talk specifically about how you can make really good money in the Bittensor ecosystem if you take the time to understand the subnets and the ecosystem itself. And in this video, I want to show you how to figure all this out, what it actually is. And overall, in the future, I'll be covering this ecosystem gradually, bit by bit, because there's a lot of information. And it needs to be done step by step to avoid overload. I'll do my best to explain and demonstrate everything. Today, I want to talk about 3 underrated gems in the Bittensor ecosystem. So, my name is Vagif. Welcome to the all-time high channel. Brew yourself some tea, get comfortable, and let's get started. Today we are on the hunt for 3 under-the-radar gem subnets that the market is underestimating, and they have a lot of potential. These are Subnet 19, Subnet 94, Eastworld, and Subnet 93, Bitcast. Most importantly, I want to say that this is not a call to action. I'm simply reviewing what I'm interested in, where I'm heading, and in which direction I'm moving. The reviews on this channel are strictly for informational purposes, and everyone is responsible for their own actions and risk. Let's start with Subnet 19, which has been causing a stir among knowledgeable crypto enthusiasts for quite some time, and this is a true speed factory for AI. Imagine a decentralized intelligence that delivers answers faster than centralized giants, and almost for free. 19 is a project from the Rayon Labs team, and they've squeezed the maximum out of Bittensor's capabilities. Their goal is to achieve lightning-fast inference, accessible to everyone, and to surpass Web 2 competitors on all fronts. And already now, according to 19, it boasts integration with top AI models from Llama to the latest open-source GPT alternatives, and is setting performance records, a free generative AI service. By the way, Rayon Labs is a proven technical leader with high TPS, advanced UX, UI, and strong business orientation. You can read information about them on the Mezari website. Their projects have shown real results and laid the foundation for the mass adoption of AI in Web3. There are also public figures on the team. These are developers, 19, and strong fundamental product architects. So, Rayon Labs already has 3 projects related to Shoots, Gradient, and 19. Yes, 19 is currently offering its computing power for free to attract an audience, and later plans to introduce a moderate fee for premium speed. Why is this an anthem? 19 has essentially become the main infrastructure hub for Bittensor. It already powers other applications such as CreatorBit and many AI startups with its hyperfast API. Many believe that 19 is undervalued, since its technology and real-world use cases are ahead of its market capitalization. Personally, I see its potential to become a truly decentralized alternative to the OpenAI API. 19 truly outperforms Web 2 solutions in both speed and cost. This confirms its status as a network leader. That's why I believe this project will make itself known in the future. And now let's move from the world of speed to the world of, well, robots. Next up is the subnet with the ticker SN94 Eastworld. This is the most fantastic subnet right now at this moment in Bittensor, truly fantastic. Now, imagine a gaming universe where hundreds of AI agents are surviving, let's say, in a post-apocalyptic world fighting zombies, learning to cooperate and evolving around the clock 24/7. Eastworld is an Eastern world inspired by Westworld. If you've seen the series Westworld, it's like that. But without the dystopia here, AIs are seen as our partners, not as playthings. Simply put, the Eastworld team is building a metaverse for AI open and decentralized. Validators run the world simulation, while minor agents AI models learn to solve tasks within this world. And the rewards go to those who perform the best. Why is this a big deal? Because there's nothing else like it in crypto at all. It's like a decentralized OpenAI gym on the blockchain, but here there's also an economic incentive for developers, who will be creating increasingly smarter agents. Eastworld has just recently launched. The mainnet launch took place at the end of April 2025, and almost immediately it filled up with a full stack of agents. 256 slots are occupied by miners. Now imagine the possibilities, from training autonomous drones to teaching household robots. All of this can be tested out in Eastworld. Eastworld, in essence, brings a new type of digital commodity. It's not just a network response like in 19, but rather the progress of an agent system. You could say that Eastworld produces units of useful behavior. For example, if an agent learns to walk, that's valuable. If it learns to talk, that's even more valuable. If it completes a cooperative mission, that's truly a breakthrough. In fact, there are very few similar projects. The closest ones are probably Fetch, AI or Singularity. I think by now everyone already knows about these projects. But that's only in the sense that they are also about multi-agent systems on the blockchain. However, Fetch, AI is more about economic agents trading resources, and Singularity is about a marketplace for AI algorithms. But Eastworld is specifically focused on the evolution of agents within a simulation. That's actually unique. If we talk about non-blockchain analogs, then there's UnityML agents. It's a platform for training AI in the Unity environment, or Google Xland, where agents learn in an infinite world. However, there's no such open economy or decentralization, and Eastworld is trying to combine these ideas with Web3. In general, if they manage to achieve useful results, for example, if an Eastworld agent learns a complex task better than the state-of-the-art anywhere else, that would be a real sensation. Otherwise, the project is still valuable as an experiment at the intersection of AI and blockchain. So, to sum up regarding Eastworld, the token price is around 70 cents, and the market cap figures from CoinGecko and TAO-stats differ from each other. There's a slight discrepancy. It's also currently ranked 89th among subnets by stake. And it was launched recently in April 2025. All slots, 256 in total, are active and filled. The first task cycle is currently underway. The team is not public, but there is a strong ideological message, so to speak. And this idea is unique, one of a kind. That's why I consider the project to be undervalued. I think it still has the potential to prove itself, and as an option for diversification, if you decide to invest, I believe it's a good investment. And finally, the third gem is Bitcast, the 93rd subnet, which combines crypto and YouTube. Imagine the advertising platform of the future. Brands post tasks and briefs, and crypto bloggers and influencers from all over the world compete with each other, creating content for these challenges. And every piece of content receives a reward in DAO, but the best gets more. Directly, straight from the blockchain. So Bitcast is essentially a decentralized advertising exchange. No agencies, no middlemen, no lengthy negotiations. Everything happens right there on the spot. Why do I think Bitcast is a gem? Because it already solves a real problem. It makes marketing cheaper and more honest. So right now there is a demand for creating video reviews, both from bloggers and from subscribers, to search for the necessary ready-made materials that bloggers have prepared. And so accordingly, we have monetization on YouTube, which has also been partially disabled due to sanctions. We are all waiting for some kind of mass adoption. In other words, let's say the integration of crypto into our everyday lives. And YouTube is a part of everyday life. now we've come to the point where the first project has appeared that serves as a bridge between crypto and, let's say, our everyday tasks. And so bloggers, in addition to being able to earn monetization from YouTube, can also participate in this project, in this subnet. Essentially, the brand pays directly for results, for views and engagement, not for the fancy promises of an advertising agency. Content creators, the bitcast miners, receive transparent and fair payment for their work daily, based on the actual hours of watch time collected. There's no longer a situation where the algorithm cuts off your monetization. Everything is on the blockchain, everything is fair. Bitcast also launched recently, just like Eastworld, around the same time, but in its very first month it already received real revenue from advertisers. And this is actually confirmed information. As for proof, if anyone's interested, you can go to Discord and talk to people. This isn't a secret. That is, Bitcast has already become one of the few subnets that generates income just a month after launch. Moreover, Bitcast has managed to create a self-sustaining economy. In other words, all the advertising paid for by brands is automatically used to buy back Bitcast tokens on the market. So the more companies use the platform, the more valuable the token becomes for all participants. A kind of flywheel effect. Right now, the Bitcast SN93 token is trading at about $1. And in my opinion, the market still hasn't realized that it's looking at the world's first decentralized influencer marketplace. If you look at the chart, it's clear that it's kind of on a downward trend. But in order for the project to turn around and show some results, acceptance and demand, it needs some time. And it's exactly during this time, those who manage to realize, to take a risk, so to speak, to believe, that's where I think the corresponding results will come from. The guys are even planning to go beyond YouTube. They plan to include Instagram, TikTok, X, and other social networks. In other words, to cover the entire creator economy. Imagine if Bitcast could capture even a fraction of the $191 billion creator economy market. The value of this subnet would skyrocket into the stratosphere. Seriously. Well, I think it's actually undervalued. Obviously, if the team properly executes certain stages of the subnet project's development, their results will naturally depend on that. But Bitcast is one of those cases where both the technology is solid and real money has already come in. In conclusion, I'd like to point out that at this moment these are 3 under-the-radar gems hidden deep within Bittensor. Bittensor is generally an unexplored ecosystem for many people. I'll do my best to cover it. Now, I really liked the case, the direction, the idea. This is actually a new stage, a breath of fresh air in crypto, because the old principles of token distribution like pre-sales and all the rest seem to have become outdated and have reached a dead end. Here is both AI and crypto. There's a real use case right here and now. And this is something new. Also, each of these projects has a real product, whether it's instant AI intelligence, a virtual world for training robots, or a revolution in influencer marketing. The coolest part is that right now they cost next to nothing compared to their potential. And of course, remember, in crypto there are no guaranteed multipliers or any kind of guaranteed profit. Risks are always present. Our task is to find and carefully select a project or subnet with high growth potential, while also accepting all the risks that there's a chance something might go wrong. But for that, we need to determine by risk reward that there should be a lot more green flags and accordingly fewer risks. But personally, I've already staked a few tokens from these subnets for myself. What do I want to say? This is not financial advice, I'm just sharing what I'm doing. I myself have bought tokens from these subnets. I'll be watching, observing, and making decisions as the situation develops. In general, if you like this format and direction into this ecosystem, give this video a rating, leave a like or dislike, and write your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about all this? Do you have any thoughts or suggestions? Also, join the Telegram channel. Content is published there much more frequently. You can also turn on the notification bell so you don't miss new releases on the YouTube channel. And yes, let me know in the comments which subnets you'd like me to talk about next time. I think there's still a lot more to be noticed ahead, because I've made a lot of notes for myself, and there's a ton of work to be done. So thanks for watching, wishing everyone profits, and see you again in the next video. Bye!